Afternoon, everyone. It's a great privilege to have the knowledge sharing session yet again, which is part of the series of the programs which AIMS has been doing for the last almost 3 months, thanks to the current president, Professor Nandagopal, who is the current AIMS president, and also Professor B Narayan Reddy, who is the regional vice president for Southern region. Uh, Due to their initiation, I think we have a bit vibrant activities in terms of aims which are happening on a regular basis. Now, I need to give a brief profile and let me introduce myself. I'm Professor B Ramesh, former professor and dean Goa Business School, Goa University, and currently I'm based in Hyderabad, working as a HOD Synergy School of Business. And I've been the board member for the almost last 6 to 7 years on AIMS, and also happened to be the past president of National President of Indian Accounting Association and also National President of Indian Commerce Association. That's my brief profile, and I will introduce the guest. But before that, I'll take 2 minutes to introduce the aims for the benefit of all the participants of this program. First of all, I congratulate all the participants who have registered for today's online program, which is a very overwhelming response of more than 500 people, faculty as well as the students. And I'm sure that in this, this is the first time that a group of around 40 students from Devanar College for visually impaired students. 40 students who were visually impaired students have registered online on their own mobile numbers and have joined this program. So this is really inspiring for me. And since I have an association with this particular visually impaired junior college and degree college in Hyderabad, who is headed by Dr. Sainath Gaur, and also the chairman Jyoti Gaur. These are the two close friends of mine. And then I thought I need to bring them here because I have been visiting this school for the last few months. So this is an addition to today's AIMS online activity. And I take pride in announcing that. Second thing is that the AIMS, which has been in the forefront of promoting management education for the almost 4 decades, and wherein more than 550 institutional members, which are very premier business schools in India. And you name any premier business schools, they're part of our AIMS business school, and which has got a high networking, not only in India, but also outside. And we have been doing a lot of programs, not necessarily in terms of professional programs, but also doing promotional programs, which of late has been on increase, wherein we promote business schools in terms of the best director, best B school awards, and then all these kind of awards, what we give, apart from our sponsorship in terms of financing for organizing various seminars and also undertaking research projects. All these are again brought in at the end of every year at the national convention, which is organized at one of the place in India, and we have been doing it very successfully. And then we also had large participation of various business schools and also competing. And AIMS does not believe only in promoting the business leaders, B school leaders, but also believes in promoting young leaders, which is from the youth, that is the students. So we have a lot of competitions for even the management students who will also make presentation of their papers based on their project works at our national convention, for which again the best paper award is also given. So on the front of promoting and encouraging various business schools, and the AIMS also takes care, especially in terms of the business schools which are under the umbrella of AICTE, which is the regulating body. And at times when business schools face serious issues which have been witnessed in the past, questioning the very existence of PGDM programs, AIMS has got into the picture and then liaised with AST, UGC, and then respective state governments at different states levels and so on. So that's how now the AIMS has now started doing, even conducting national level admission test in the name of Atma. And now we have reached to such a stage, we have grown in terms of size of the membership of institutional members of 550 plus. And we are still trying to improve the membership, covering the entire network in India as well as outside. So this is about brief profile of AIMS. I'm sure that all of you can go through the website if you want more details about it. But only one thing that I want to tell all the participants who have joined from the business schools, please go through the AIMS website to associate yourself, not just joining for today's program, but also to join hands with our promotional activities and professional activities in future. So this is the brief profile. Now let me come back to introduce our speaker, who is a well-known speaker in the industry arena. I've been knowing him for the last few years, who has been in the at the helm of affairs of industry connects. And Ramesh Vemuganti was basically an engineering graduate from JNU Hyderabad, and also did his master's in MBA from Osmani University. In then engineering in terms of electronics, communication, and then marketing. So obviously his profession has been confined to the IT sector. We worked in various industries, and it takes a lot of time for me to introduce which are all the IT sectors where he worked. And he worked mostly in the hardware sector of IT, working for well-known companies who have been the brands in India as well as the world, who have started these hardware products. And then he has been the national trainer, being a marketing person. He has been a national trainer, and I have listened to one or two of his speeches. So, to which I was really impressed. And there is nothing that I can add to his profile other than that you need to listen to him. And that speaks about the caliber of Ramesh Vemuganti. And I only add that he is a get-goer in terms of the current scenario, as you understand that when there are not only software companies which are trying to lay off their employees, even the hardware companies started doing that. And you remember that during the COVID period, actually, hardware companies have started increasing the employment opportunity for the people because everything is working online. So there was huge demand for the software, for the hardware, everywhere. Employment opportunities were galore during that period. And subsequent to that, then the offline mode has come into the picture. Then the demand for the hardware products have come down. What you have seen in terms of the world leading hardware companies, in terms of the slowdown, the sales volume growth. So and that is one aspect of that. And software companies we have seen. And now the layout is not confined to hardware and software companies, but also it is more in terms of e-commerce, and then non-technological companies also have started uh, resorting for layoffs. Now it is here in this context, Ramesh Vemuganti is going to throw light in terms of what exactly are the scenarios emerging, keeping in view the current scenario and emerging scenario, and how do we need to cope up to keep ourselves into the track of employment scenario. So that is what exactly the winning combination is going to speak. And with this brief introduction, I invite Ramesh Vemuganti to take the session. But before he takes over the session, I need to make one or two important announcements for the sake of the participants. Now, his presentation would last for about 30 to 35 minutes, and after which the question and answer sessions will begin. And the question and answer session is in terms of not because all the audience are going to be muted, so you cannot ask questions live. But then you have to put in the chat box of our Zoom instantly, as and when you get a question to your mind, please put up instantly in the chat box. So that will be taken care towards the end of it when we start the Q&A session. And second thing, that 15 minutes before we close the session, that is 3:45, the feedback form will be shared by our organizer, Dr. Sunil, to all the participants, and you need to fill that feedback form, which is very important if you are to get your participation certificate. So the moment, I think simultaneously when we start Q&A session, feedback form also will be shared to you, and then you start filling that and send it. And that ensures you to receive your participation certificate. So this is what I request all the audience to take care and please follow the instructions. Sir, I'm sorry for holding you, Ramesh Vemuganti. Now it is over to you.
Welcome, Professor Ramesh. Thank him for asking me to address this august group of AIMS Business School students. Are you able to hear me?
You are audible.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Professor Ramesh, for an excellent introduction. Okay. And I also congratulate AIMS for the diverse range of activities that you are into and maintaining the quality and standards and doing whatever possible to enhance management education and make better managers of tomorrow. I also thank all the participants for coming and attending, participating, and we'll be sharing certain things which are relevant and useful to you now and later on. So here we go for the presentation. The topic is winning in a knowledge economy. When we say winning, it means performing. It means delivering. It means we are achieving the targets. We are on the goal. That is what winning means. So you can be a student, you can be an employee, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be an officer, or you can be any working person or professional. You got to be a winner. You got to be a performer in your specific field of endeavor. So that is what, as far as you are concerned, students, you have to be a performer in your existing program, in the course. Okay. And what all needs to be done today? Today, the world is different. Post-COVID, things are different from what they were 2 years ago. Now, how do we go about? What should be done? Where should you focus? How should you learn? What should you learn? This is what I'm going to talk about. Then, seeking the job that you're looking for will not be difficult. Primarily, you should know what to do in your college, in your institution. And once you are focusing on what needs to be done, the right things, outcome will not be an issue. Outcome is the package that you're looking for, or the enterprise that you want to start, or any other self-employment you want to get into. So these winning qualities, what are they today? Okay. So I'll just start with the screen sharing. Quickly, in a minute, before I go to the screen, one question. What is that one quality which makes a winner today? A performer. Anybody?
Yeah, a lot of questions have popped up for the answers. Integrity, perseverance, skills,
Right,
and so on.
right.
And it's a very quick response from the participants.
Excellent. All of these are important. Okay, but I am looking for an answer which starts with L. One word, L. And that's what we are all doing over here. Right? Leadership is an outcome, please. Leadership is not a given. Learning, absolutely. Sindhu Shanta Nair, excellent. You're right. Learning. But today, learners are winners. It is not the strong people. It is not the high IQ people. Okay. It is not those people with a rich background or excellent profile. People who learn, keep doing, learning and doing. These are the people. So learning and learnability. This is the mantra for today. Okay. Several challenges in the market. Keep learning and keep doing. With that, we just move on to the screen now. I'm just sharing. Can you all see this?
Yeah.
Good. Well, here we go. We'll start with a very interesting quote, useful quote. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. So the problem with some people is they start, they start something and then they leave it. No, keep doing it. Keep doing it every day. You want to learn a foreign language, you got to do it every day. Spend 1 hour. You want to learn music, you want to learn digital photography, you want to learn machine learning, you want to learn supply chain management. These are the in things today. Keep doing it every day. And then success will happen one fine day. Well, let's start from every management student must be aware of the industrial revolutions that have happened so far. The first industrial revolution, that was in the 17th century, was just about mechanization, steam engine, water power. That's how the industry started. Once the steam came, then the industry came, factories came, then boilers came, then they started producing steel, then so many other things and products. The industry 2.0 was about mass assembly and electricity. And so electricity came and really expanded the industry. And then mass assembly, as you all know, Henry Ford came out with the assembly line for cars. Initially with cars, then it spread out to the iPhones, it spread out to refrigerators, it spread out to every product we are making today is more or less an assembly line where the product keeps moving. Earlier, the different products were made and they were brought in one place and assembled. Once assembly came, the production increased by 5, 10, 50, 100 times. So before assembly line, Ford company or any big company was producing say 10 cars per day. Today they are producing almost 500 cars per day. That is the advantage of an assembly line. Electricity came. The computers came, 1946, Charles Babbage, computer industry came, and then the machine automation, and that really accelerated the whole world. Okay, then it became a different world once computers came. That is the Industrial Revolution 3.0. And today we are all about the big data and the connectivity. It's 4.0. That's the world we are living in. Why management student should learn? Because management student must need awareness of what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the market, what is the sector, how to go about. This is very important. You must be aware of the subject and also where to apply that subject in the market. So today, if you talk Industry 4.0, it is connectivity. It is connecting the globalized world. It is the internet. Okay. And then social media, boom. Then the big data, analytics, robotics. This is the world. So 4.0 means they're all things today. Smart manufacturing. A lot of technology has entered manufacturing and factories. People have been replaced by machines earlier. Now machines have been replaced by robots. Then robotics came, artificial intelligence, machine learning is happening very as a common factor. If you are aware, during COVID, most of the big companies, including the ITC and the Nestle India, they were supplying us the milk products, the dairy products on the table every day at 8 a.m. How was that possible? There are no workers. Migrant workers was a big issue in India. But with robotics and machine learning, okay, and AI, artificial intelligence, they really ensure the production is steady and continuous, and delivery is also happening. Then the cyber physical systems. Today it's cyber technology and the physical systems, okay, comprising of machines, comprising of devices. There is a complete continuous interaction between them. The ICT, information and communication technology revolution, that is what is happening. Today, not a single computer, not a device is, even our own iPhone, it is linked to the world. You can see the internet, you can browse, you can do what you like on the phone, it's all linked. There is no device which is on its own. Everything is connected. Sensors today are the basis on which the entire connectivity is happening. So today, every machine has a sensor, every car has a sensor. Earlier, car was all mechanical, 80% mechanical. Today, it is 40% electronics. Every new car, sensors, every device, every people are also having devices by which they are being tracked, they are being traced wherever they are globally. This is the world. Then data sciences, everything is all about, it's a huge subject. Then data is a new oil. Finally, what are we saying? We are all living in data. Day in and day out, we breathe data. Okay? We carry on with data. We work with data. We analyze data. We interpret data. So managers have to understand data in all its entirety. The more you know about data, the better will be your outcome and performance. And you will be a winner. That's what it is. So finally, be clear about data. It should be authentic data. It should be validated data. Okay. Yeah. Right. So finally, a knowledge-based economy. So earlier economy was based on producing goods and offering services. Today, whatever we are doing is all knowledge. Every iPhone, every ISRO satellite that is being made, every gadget, every plastic bucket that is made, it's all about some new knowledge, a new technology, a new innovation. So knowledge is becoming in the forefront. If you want to make one more plastic product or one more iPhone or one more watch, it won't sell. You've got to put in some new knowledge and application of that knowledge and innovation. Only then it works out very well. So this is a knowledge-based economy. That's what it is. So today, the difference between a developed country and developing countries, developed nations have more information, plethora of knowledge in various sectors. Plethora is plenty, do more innovations, and compared to the developing nations. Now, I would like to emphasize and re-emphasize on the word management. B school students must manage. Okay, must focus on management. What is happening is most of the PGDMs or MBAs are completing the program and going and working, okay, without talking about management. You need to understand management. You need to talk about management. You need to deal in management. So basically, let's spend a few minutes on this. That is where is your cutting edge. That is where you get a better job. That is where you can be better off than others, more competitive. And you will also be a performer. So basically, what is management? Management is not soft skills. Please, also I would like to bring the difference. Management is a process of planning, organizing, and controlling the resources and activities of a business or enterprise. Okay, then achieve specific goals in the most efficient, effective manner. This is what you all read in your management subjects, principles of management courses. So every other profession includes one subject in management. Today, engineering has got one subject in management. Accounting has got one subject in management. Even medicine also, management has entered in a big way. Law also has got management subjects. So this is what is the importance of management. So let me summarize in one slide what management is. So please talk this language. Okay, a management student must know about organization. What is the structure? What is the reporting system? What is the process? What are the systems? And the functional areas. All of you know, sales, finance, operations, HR, various functional areas. And the managerial functions, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. You got to remember all these things by heart. A manager does planning, then he does organize his work, then he does the right staffing, recruiting, then he directs. Direction is about motivating, monitoring, then he controls. This is what it is. Then management is about some methods. You have PERT, you have a Johari window, you have a 7S, you have several models you study. With these models, you will be able to be more productive and effective in whatever work you are doing. You may be a sales manager, you may be a HR manager, IT manager, R&D manager, any manager. And then resources, 4 M's, money, machine, okay, material, and manpower. The manager controls all these 4 resources, exploits them, and time has been added as a new resource. Whatever you do today, it's all about a deadline. It's all about timelines. There's no point in saying anything like, I want to do this task. Next question, when? Which date? What time? 5 p.m., 7 p.m. This is the way you go. This is the way I have talked. Finally, a manager achieves his goals and objectives. Today, every manager has got goals. Finance manager has his own goals and objectives. Sales manager has his own goals. Production manager has his own goals. Operations manager has his own goals. So this is what. Please talk the language of management. That is your cutting edge in winning in a knowledge economy. That will offer you a cutting edge. So finally, we are talking of a manager does FRMG, functions, resources, models, methods, and achieve goals. So by whether you are a senior general manager at Ultratech Birla company, or a manager HR at Apollo Health, or you are a risk analytics manager at Wells Fargo Financial Services, or sales manager at Axis Bank, you will be doing the same thing. What does it mean? You achieve your goals, his or her goals, by utilizing the managerial functions, that is F, exploiting the resources, that is R, using a model or methods, that is M. So ultimately, what does a manager do? To summarize, he creates a congenial environment, a friendly environment for team members to perform and achieve integrating team and company objectives. This is what a manager has to do. There was a survey done recently, some 70% of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies have got into problems with their performance because they were not able to control their anger. An angry CEO, okay, is not desirable by organizations. So you got to control your anger. So you cannot boss over your people. You have to work with your people. That is the message today. So a good MBA or a PGDM is needed everywhere. Please, an MBA should not be worried about a job. A PGDM should never worry about a job. An SME, small and medium enterprise wants you. Startup wants you. MNCs want you. Government PSUs want you. Public sectors. NGO wants you. Every organization. So basically understand management as a profession, something like engineering, similar to engineering, medicine, architecture, law, accounting, and improve your managerial knowledge and keep learning the new tools and technologies with a management perspective. So please understand, a major component of winning today is focusing more on management and understanding management, because if you're not an MBA or a PGDM, you will not be studying all these things. So there will be a gap and you have an edge over others. So for example, let's talk about motivation. I was taking a session for a school in Hyderabad called Rosary Convent. Okay, so we talk about management, manager, motivation. Okay, one SSC student said, difficult subjects excites me. Others say, somebody says you can't, that motivates me. Similarly, a manager, a prospective manager, present manager or future manager should be excited with problems, with difficulties. So do not be taken aback. Okay? Do not get worried, okay, with problems. I am a very strong follower of Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister who was primarily responsible for defeating Hitler and the Germans, Second World War, and saved the world in many ways. He said, continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Please put in the efforts continuously. It is not just working today and giving a gap and working. You may be strong, you may be intelligent, but if you do not put in the continuous effort, your potential will not come out. That is very clear. So give 200%. Let's have some examples right from the President APJ Abdul Kalam, who till his last was first giving a lecture and teaching and sharing his knowledge. Dhirubhai Ambani created history after the Tatas and Birlas. Today, you know where Mr. Mukesh Ambani is, all of us know. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, biotech pioneer. She created miracles in the biotech field. Mithali Raj is a lady Tendulkar. She is in cricket records. PV Sindhu, you have seen how she is winning all over. Mary Kom. Similarly, the recent Geeta Gopinath. She is an IMF chief economist, deputy MD of IMF. She has become. Now, they're all giving 200%. I request every management B school student who is here to give 200% to whatever you are right now focusing in your studies, in your academics. There are hundreds of successful professionals, entrepreneurs, politicians. They are there because they gave 200%. So to grow faster up the corporate ladder, it is only the continuous effort which paves the way. We all know Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai and Indra Nooyi of Pepsi. Along with them, many joined those companies, Google and Pepsi and Microsoft and all the corporate sector. But their career paths were different. And they could not become this. Because the continuous effort makes all the difference. So learning never stops. Let's take COVID. During COVID, some people were relaxing. A good number of people were relaxing. They were really, worried that they will not have, a better future. They were all uncertain, worried, concerned, what will happen tomorrow and all. And spending a lot of time discussing, brooding, etc. Some people started learning online courses. Today, online, you can learn anything online. You can learn digital photography, you can learn machine learning, you can learn analytics, you can learn tourism, you can learn media courses. There are several, fashion designing. What is that you're interested? You can learn yoga, you can learn meditation. As an MBA, if you learn yoga and meditation, you have an excellent career today. There are very big fitness companies which are already coming in, paying handsome salaries. You can join them. New opportunities available, right? So there are many students who are sitting learning the courses. They were in the final year in 2020, but next year was 2021. 2022, they joined with virtual onboarding from their own homes. They did not go to the college. They just joined from their homes. High packages, MNC companies. That is called virtual onboarding. Normally, when you join a company, you will be inducted and there will be a series. Whereas they just joined virtually. High packages, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs. So what does it mean? There's an opportunity. Take it. It's up to us, up to you. Today, the corporate managers and executives want to find better methods and tools for employees to collaborate and do teamwork. This is what the managers want, corporate managers. If you want to be a winner tomorrow, okay, you got to really look at finding better methods and contribute in finding better methods, better tools. As an employee of Deloitte, as a manager of Amazon or all the MNC companies, TCS, Infosys, you can contribute with in coming out with better methods and tools and also make an excellent career path. Now, DIKTI, 1970 to 2020. What's the difference? 1970, we had just 4 types of bread. Like we had the fruit bread, we had plain bread, we had milk bread, and we had the sandwich bread. Okay. Today, you see there are different types. You have got 0 calorie, you got Mexican, so many things. Similarly, cars, only 3 models, but there are 3 cars, 1970. Today, 200 models. If you go to any Maruti showroom or Hyundai showroom, there are more than 90 to 100 models of different types of cars, small car, mid-size car, big car, luxury cars. TV channels, there are only 2, 1970. Today, not 300, more than 600. Then you have Netflix. Mobiles, they came, I remember, 1998, 99. But only 6 types of mobiles, very, very solid mobiles, costing 12,000, 14,000. Just mobile, answer the call and speak, just like a telephone. Today you're getting an iPhone, the whole world is there in that, which is worth 100 times of a mainframe computer of 1950. 100 times of power it is in one iPhone, which we are using it. That is the world we are living. Mobiles. So what is the reason? There is a reason is DIKTI. So what does it mean, DIKTI? D for data, I for information, K for knowledge, T for technology, and I for innovations. Continuous, tons and tons of data is coming into the world, which is resulting in tons and tons of information and plenty of knowledge in different sectors. Healthcare, there is knowledge creation. Banking sector, knowledge is getting created. Manufacturing, knowledge is created. Pharma, it is created. Education, media, entertainment, everywhere there is knowledge getting. Because so much of information is coming. Because so much of data is being pumped in. Every day, millions of data are being exchanged through emails, through tweets, on videos, audios, on social media. A billion searches, billions of searches on Google. This is the data. People are really putting into the data, becoming information, becoming knowledge. Then knowledge becomes technology when you apply the knowledge and the information. So why in 1970 only 4 types of bread or 3 types of cars, 3 cars? Not data was less, information was less, knowledge was less. Today it has gone up hundreds and thousands of times. No comparison. 90% of the data and information and knowledge and innovations came into the world in the last 50 years. 90% of all the information, knowledge, technologies, innovations. So you have to live with it. That is what you have to understand. The more you understand this DIKTI, the better is your performance. I come back to the soft skills. Many people think soft skills are managerial skills. No. Soft skills means basically personality traits, communication skills, attitude, mannerism, dressing, etiquette, problem solving. They are required for every employee, not a manager, not just a manager. And they are part of managerial skills. Soft skills are not managerial skills. skills. They are for every employee. Management skills are for managers. So if you want to be a winner in knowledge economy, you got to focus on the management skills. Okay. Communication and interpersonal is fine. They are very important. Otherwise, you can't work or do any job. You can't even do a security guard job or a reception job, a front office job. If you cannot communicate, if you don't work with the other person. Okay. But if you want to be a salesperson, okay, or if you want to be any other manager, then you got to have management skills. The hard skills means related to the knowledge and occupational skills, also called technical skills. Like all management skills, HR, sales, finance, they are all hard skills. As BBA, PGDM, MBA, you will be focusing on your subject. Your subject is your hard skill. Okay. The knowledge of electronics and ECE for a BTech graduate, that is the knowledge. So your subject knowledge is your hard skill. Similarly, for a biotech graduate, different things. So you have different skills today. You have IT skills, you have MS Office, programming, electrical, plumbing. Management is a skill. In management, what? Selling skills, finance skills, HR skills. Okay. These are the skills. Supply chain management skills. Management skills are these. Okay. This is what you have to understand. So finally, to summarize, we are in a knowledge economy. A professional with knowledge only can perform. Only professionals who have the knowledge. So focus on knowledge, be after knowledge, subject knowledge, specialized knowledge, sector knowledge. Another thing which makes you different is sectors. IT sector today, of late, there are layoffs, there are issues. But you should look at other sectors. Look at healthcare. Look at education. Look at online. Look at agri-based. Look at the energy, renewable energies. Look at even media entertainment, edutainment. So understand, have a sectoral knowledge. That's where you have more opportunities, more job opportunities, or you want to start an entrepreneurs, you have them. So you should have more of these industry knowledge, market knowledge, product knowledge. Hundreds of fields and domains are there, please. The world is completely different today. Do not confine yourself to one or two sectors. Don't look at with a myopic view. Expand your view and vision. So skills are soft, hard, technical, employment, management. Keep talking, keep discussing, keep brainstorming in between periods. The 10-15 minutes you have, keep talking them. Don't utilize the time properly in your B schools. Your time management makes a big difference. Every day add some knowledge to your neurons. And that is your future. That will be your future after 2 years or after 1 year. So management is not just concepts. 50% is concepts. 50% is quantitative. You have to be good in statistics, in trends. Today, curves, graphs, histograms. You have to be good in mathematics, models, numbers. Then you will be in a high income bracket and your growth path will be at a higher level. And if you are not aware of quantitative models, statistics or mathematics, you will still be able to work, but you will not be getting the higher packages. Even managed B schools, you see, a faculty who can teach quantitative subjects will always be in demand. It is not the same case with others. Conceptual thinking is fine, that many people can teach. But teach the PERT, CPM, quantitative, this is where the difference makes. Then decision making, right? Yeah. So finally, to summarize, focus on your 28 subjects, do a good project work, presentations, individual and group, case studies. I am telling, the more case studies you do, the better you will be a performer and faster will be your promotions later on. Because you will be doing so many cases. The IIMs, the top B schools, what do? They do so many cases that when they go and work in industry, whatever job they're doing, They already know how to handle that job. They know how to work out the problems, how to get out of the situations, how to solve any issue they're facing. Okay, that is advantage of doing different types of case studies. Internships, management meets, every management meet participate. The more you open out, the more you speak, the more you express. That is what I'm trying to focus on. The better manager you will be. The better manager you will be, the better will be your future. So don't miss any seminars. Don't miss any cultural activities. Participate everywhere. Don't try to get a prize. No, participate. If prize comes, automatically fine. Or else also, the participation spirit, that improves. And finally, spend 2 hours in the library. I want to have a discussion on this after my talk. How many of you spend time in library? Every 2 hours spent in library is going to add value to your package. I am telling you. And a student who spends 2 hours every day in library, specialized journals, reference books, textbooks, discussions, making notes, linking up, coming to the classroom, asking them, and again going back, and doing homeworks, doing projects, self-oriented, self-driven initiatives, he or she will be the manager of tomorrow. He will be on a very high path, growth path, career path. This is what is required. And many students who spend time in the library get one of the highest packages. I can bet on that. I have seen so many of them. I know a student who was reading Fortune magazine every day, and then when he went for an interview, the person interviewed asked some questions from the same article the student has read. He asked 5 questions from one article about innovation in Europe. This student already read that, and then he got a big package, 6 lakhs plus, because he answered all the questions. Because he went to the library and started reading. That is advantage. What you read, they also read, and you have this opportunity. Finally, you can make a note and give the answer after 40 minutes. What is C? What is A? What is LKA? Kalka. CALKA. You can let me know the answer after that. We'll quickly go to the next one. Then the next point, which now I've been talking about do's. Now let's go to the don'ts. Okay. Please don't be casual. Please do not be easygoing. Okay. Deceiving, cheating, and all that, avoid. Even the classrooms, in exam halls, even there's an opportunity to even look into other papers, don't. Because make yourself so strong. Integrity is in high demand today in the market. You will always have a job on hand if you have integrity and honesty. I'm telling you. Companies want candidates with integrity. All senior executives, please have self-control. Follow the rules. Whereas in driving, just you follow the rules, road rules. Similarly, in organizations or similarly for any addictions, be careful. Take care. Then have a goal, whatever goal you have. I remember once the head of Satyam mentioned that the goal is in the mind here. Supposing you're starting an enterprise, you want to do 1 crore, you will work towards 1 crore. You want to do 10 crores, you will work towards 10 crores. You want to 100 crores, you will entirely change your working towards 100 crores. It all depends on what you are thinking. That makes the difference. So I want only 2 lakhs package, you will get 2 lakhs. You will certainly get. I want 5 lakhs, you will work towards it. You will pick up the additional skills, additional learning. If you want higher packages, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, you will go all out to do that. So decide, have a goal and go after it. You want to learn a foreign language, you will learn. As simple as that. Yeah. As I said, integrity, highest price. Wipro, Tata's, Infosys, all the top companies, number 1 quality which they want in every employee, integrity. What is integrity? It is a sum total of several qualities: honesty, transparency, character, not getting tempted. This is what they want. So please develop this. Good ethics and good morals and good values are the highest demand, I am telling you. You may be a topper, class topper, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if any of one of the qualities are missing. I've seen so many examples. So focus on integrity. Develop a strong character. Today, that is a missing element in organizations, not only India, globally. Don't be tempted, come what may.
Yeah, Ramesh, can we now
Yeah,
close because we need to have question and answer session.
sure. So I'll just conclude in the last 1 second. Last slide I will go. Shall I go?
Yes, yes, please.
Go to the last slide. Yeah. So be a quick learner. Keep learning and keep increasing your knowledge is a message. So because the world is changing very fast, so you also have to change. Of course, you have to be an effective communicator. That's very clear. You can go through this. Communication skills is not verbal. It is also listening skills. It is reading skills. It is writing skills. It is a positive body language, starting from eye contact to facial expression, everything quickly. Yes. So my message is very clear. Continuous learning and acquiring knowledge. That will ensure that you have a bright future. You can bet me, you can take it from me, you can come back to me once you are okay, once you are comfortable or land up a good job or placements. So I'll quickly go to the last slide. The significance of writing skills, several things, innovation, readers. Keep reading a lot and kindly reduce the screen time and increase the text time. I repeat, reduce the screen time. 6 hours, 8 hours on the screen, please reduce to 2 to 3 hours. Increase, read more textbooks, read more reference books, read more journals, and kindly read one business newspaper every day. The top B schools and the IIMs, it is a compulsory. You have to read one business newspaper, only then you will be allowed into the class. That is what it is. And keep asking questions. Keep asking. The more you ask, the more you learn, and also the more people around you learn. Right? So finally, my focus again, adopt a management culture. So one minute I'll conclude. Adopt a management culture. What does it mean? Be a systems-oriented person. Have a strategy always. Analytical thinking, innovation, interpretation. Be in this only. Keep talking management jargon. That is a message. Today, what is happening? Most of the MBAs and PGDMs are not talking management jargon. Once they go to industry, once they go out, you have to keep talking that. Strategic thinking. Keep doing strategic thinking. Regularly, you have to go on doing to survive. The world is changing very fast. Different things are happening. So you got to be like that. So your success is very clear. Finally, Woody Allen said, success is showing up. Today, whoever is attending will benefit. Very simple. Because you have showed up. You have heard. You have understood. Okay, you have got something more compared to others. Well, about Steve Jobs, about Dr. Narayan Murthy, several things. I'll conclude with this. Adaptability is the name. Be patient and tolerant, please. Young India, be more patient. Be more tolerant. Okay. It will improve your health, very important, and also your performance. Quantitative skills, stress management. Okay, I talked about different types of quotient, IQ, LQ, importance of networking, addictions. This is actually a 1 hour, but then you can go through it, you can understand on your own, right? Okay. So you can win by adopting these qualities, whatever I have said. Finally, follow the steps, various steps, and you can get going on that. Yeah. So march on. The Lord is behind the work. Mahashakti is with you. Okay, you will be a winner. Have no fear and keep going. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Ramesh. And it is nice to listen to you, though I've been targeting you to listen on various platforms. So this is the first time I got it materialized on AIMS platform. I think we were supposed to meet 3 months back in Vizag.
Yes.
It will not happen. Now, I'm really happy to listen to you.
Yeah.
And then happy to bring it to AIMS platform.
Sure.
And there are few questions which are put up on the chat box. I think you can also see them. Am I right? And now, in 5 minutes' time, please take up very selective questions.
Okay.
And then answer.
Sure.
In 5 minutes' time.
Okay. Yeah, somebody said, this Nandini, she said, how to overcome weakness. Okay. Overcoming weakness is a process. Supposing you have a weakness in terms of, say, speaking in public. Public speaking is okay. You are not able to speak, overcome the fear. Please do it and keep doing it slowly, one by one. The more you do any weakness, okay, you will slowly overcome it. Do not shy away from your weakness. Okay. Some people even have an attitude problem. They're always negative attitude. So please be positive. Stop being negative. And every occasion you work on it. That's what it is. Okay. So face the audience. Talk. Make mistakes. Always people want to avoid and be shy away because they make mistakes. Nothing will happen. First time, even Pandit Nehru also was not good in his first appearance on stage. He was also not comfortable. Then slowly he became one of the greatest orators. Yeah. The next question. Yeah. Informative, very well explained. Success is the most important thing in life. I have one point on success. Do not work for success. Keep doing your success is an outcome. Okay. So
I think you have already explained that point earlier. That work hard, and then success is a derivative of it.
Yes, derivative, absolutely.
Yeah, that answers. Next question.
Yeah, most of them have just expressed there.
Yeah, that's fine. The compliments are more than the questions.
Meeting targets. Okay. Meeting the targets. Okay. This is the last question I will take. Meeting the targets. Yes, definitely. See, the target will excite you always. If you say that I'm going to learn French, okay, very soon, it doesn't mean anything. The moment you put a target, I'm going to learn French by 1st June. That is excitement. Then you will start working. Every day now, where should I join? What should I do? How much time should I spend? Weekly, how many days? 1 hour, 2 hours? This is what. So please get excited with targets and not get stressed up with targets. And overcome stress with better planning. People who don't plan well, suddenly do a lot of things ad hoc. They take a lot of stress. And people who are planned, and as a manager, you have to be organized, which is very important. Once you are planned and organized, you can have less stress and you can do most of the things. Yeah. Please provide feedback and attendant link. That is okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
Right. With this limited time of restricting the questions.
Somebody give a last line.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Interesting. Better tell God. God will help than telling Mahashakti will help.
So we are. That's fine. All right. Thank you very much, Ramesh Vemuganti. Finally coming at my request on the AIMS platform. I profusely thank you with no expectation. And I know that you are participating on various platforms, being a very expensive speaker, but then you are my least cost effective. There is no cost factor involved.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for you for participating on my platform at free of cost, which otherwise is uncharacteristic of you.
Yes.
And I congratulate all the participants who have joined, that you need to know the importance of such kind of people who make their presentation on this kind of platform. And that's the aim of aims, aim of aims. And because we always believe in knowledge sharing is not in terms of the cost factors that are involved. And Ramesh Vemuganti has given a very elaborative presentation. And when he mentioned in the beginning that it would take almost 50 slides, so I asked him to curtail to 40 minutes or 35 minutes. So he tried his hard to curtail, but then he still could not complete it. But the message, what he wanted to convey to all the participants of this program is very clear. And I am sure that whatever he has spoken in terms of the continuous effort that is required in terms of the learning process, and he was amused when one of the participants said that the right answer what he was expecting. He was amused that learning is a continuous process. Yes, that is what always we believe. Your retirement as a teacher or your retirement as a management professional doesn't matter as long as you have the great to share your knowledge post your retirement or post your whatever you may call. Sometimes you may take even VRS before you complete your term of your employment. But yet your services are so important that you need to continue. So therefore, that is a great message. Learning is a continuous message. I remember even at the age of 80 years, people have got their doctorate degrees. We have a number of examples. So that is the zeal with which the people work. And it's a great message. And second important thing that he touched is dictee, which is the link which is primarily responsible and which is nothing but a choices galore which he has opened. And that is another thing that first time I heard from his horse mouth. And he has also given the historical perspective over a period of 5 years, 50 years, right from 70 to 20, almost 50 years, wherein how the data transformation has come, information has come, knowledge has transformed, knowledge, technology based on the knowledge has come, and then based on technology, how the information has floated. And this is one thing that all of us we have to appreciate. And he has also mentioned about the soft skills and hard skills. Always we believe that soft skills are the forte of management graduates. And unfortunately, that is the myth that he has said. That is not the myth of management graduates. Anybody can have soft skills, but it is important for management graduates. But it is not the only forte of management graduates. Hard skills are very important. Hard skills in terms of his knowledge, domain knowledge. Domain knowledge in terms of what you are learning the skills. Like Ramesh Vemuganti was basically an engineering graduate in electronics and communication, and then came to management. So there is a kind of applied knowledge of engineering and management. And as you understand, the profile of IIM graduates, whoever are admitted, 90% of the graduates, whoever are admitted in IIMs or IITs, are engineering graduates for management program. The reason is that they have that kind of body of knowledge of reasoning, communication, and analysis in terms of background with mathematics, statistics. So these are all the things what he had explained in the subsequent thing. And so finally, the hard skills and soft skills that make you to win, and you need to perform, deliver, and then win. That is the success formula. And we also mentioned in terms of whatever graduation that you do, irrespective of whether it is a management or anything, 50% is conceptual knowledge, what you learn in whatever course that you join. And the remaining 50% has to be quantitative. I think most of the, in terms of NEP, National Education Policy, even this point was taken care where quantitative analysis has been introduced in almost all the generic management program or even graduation program. So quantitative analysis is very important. And now I recall the recent decision of our Prime Minister from Britain, who made a very historical announcement that mathematics is going to be the compulsory subject that has to be studied by all the graduates in UK. So that speaks volumes of this kind of quantitative analysis, what the students have to learn. And as you are aware of, in the Western countries, the Indian students are excelling in Europe and Western countries only because of their quantitative aptitude, being engineering graduates or any other graduates. But then, having understood that, which is lacking quality in their own people in the country, I think perhaps the British Prime Minister has now brought this kind of condition. So now this is validating what Ramesh Vemuganti has said, that if you want to excel in terms of a profession, quantitative analysis is a must. And he has also mentioned, though he has not elaborated, you need to study 28 subjects. So what are the 28 subjects? He has not mentioned, maybe because of lack of time. But then along with 28 subjects in your graduation, you need to work for project work, which are very, very important, which most of the universities, and also as part of the NEP, also they are made mandatory. And in terms of presentation of the students, preparing case studies, internships, and then management meets, because overall all-round development of the students is very important, seminars, cultural activities. And then the most important thing which he has stressed at the end also, that 2 hours time in the library. Unfortunately, with the new technology, I don't know how do you mitigate this issue. Students have stopped going to the libraries, sir. I want to share my experience in Goa University as well as elsewhere. Students have stopped going to the library because everything is available on the tip of their mobile or their laptops everywhere. But then I don't understand, because even for PhD scholar, e-views are available online. So the important issue that we need to address is that how to motivate is a bigger issue, and our libraries in this most of the state universities, central universities have become redundant. If you go by the number of visitors in the libraries, it is a dwindling number. So I don't know how to motivate the students when they have alternative access to such kind of information on their fingertips. And the most important thing which I appreciate, Ramesh Vemuganti has said, that integrity, which is very, very important. The organizations, they believe that how you are faithful to the organization. Faithful in terms of working beyond the hours, working overtime, and then responding to their calls at any point of time. And second, most important thing, that challenges that are given by the company need to be taken up for you without any hesitation, and then become successful in that. And this is what the integrity is. And if you are only looking for green pastures in terms of your ease of hours of working and higher remuneration, and then comfortable life in terms of other patches what are offered by the company, so that will not speak much louder about your integrity. So integrity is in terms of commitment to the company, and you have nobody is committed for any organization for years together. But then once you join an organization for 1 year, 2 years, you need to commit till you complete your objectives, whatever are given, or set objectives, whatever they're given. And once you accomplish that objective, then it is for you to think of relocating to yourself. So this is where exactly integrity is important. If you leave the organization before you complete the set objectives or targets, and then you are losing your integrity. And that is what I think Ramesh Vemuganti has mentioned in that. So thank you very much, sir, for giving a very elaborative presentation. So thank you very much, all the participants. And this is only a beginning, and I'm sure that all of you need to elaborate in terms of your contribution to our AIMS activities. And as I mentioned, that once again I repeat that your active participation in AIMS activity is important. Please go through the website of AIMS and then try to participate in each and every activities as mentioned in the website of the AIMS. And in case if you have any kind of queries, now you have the ID addresses you can forward to us. And at least as a board member of AIMS, I will take up. And my contact address, everything is already there in the flyer. So thank you. So thank you very much for your participation. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Can we say?
Yes.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
Welcome.